Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. And in this video, let's go over Tobias's explanation as to why they couldn't tour in certain countries during the Skeletour. So I know that many fans have been wondering why the band didn't reach as many countries during this tour cycle as they had for previous tours. We have always known of the band's love for certain countries that they just weren't able to get to this time around, especially those located in Latin America. Even though fans were hopeful that they weren't included in the dates for 2025, that when they announced for the dates for 2026, some of those would finally be reaching Latin America. But as we saw, no dates for Latin America were announced, not even a second round in Europe. So as of right now, once this leg in North America ends on February 23rd, that's the end of the Skeletour as we know it. Up until this point, we had no statement from the band as to why this was the case, but finally, during an interview with Global News, Tobias was able to offer up some explanation when asked about the implementation of the Yonder pouches and the no-phone policy during this tour.
So I had that in the back of my head, and of course, when we released the tour and the tickets came out on sale, we knew beforehand that there was going to be, shatter. Let's put it that way. There were gonna be discussions, pushback, mixed emotions about it, and I believe still now 50 plus shows in that we did the exact right thing, because people that have showed up, with a few exceptions, have been overwhelmingly positive. I absolutely believe that it was the right call. But some of the things that we had to completely shun away from on this tour was festivals. The production that we're doing is big, and it's heavy. It's hard to maneuver. So there were places on the planet that we simply couldn't get to. And to me, it was very important that with these restrictions, that is the Yonder world where people get to actually enjoy the show and get to experience something cool. It's important that we bring the entire thing. If we can't do the whole thing, we can't mask it as the Skeletour. As of right now, I only know that we're doing this tour, and after that, it's a big question mark.
So as we heard, because of both the no-phone policy as well as the size and production of each show, which required each venue to be in an enclosed arena, there were just certain countries that they weren't able to get to. For example, during some past tours, they would appear in certain locations as part of a festival, which he explained they wouldn't be doing during this tour, because for it to be the Skeletour, it had to include all the aspects of the show, including the heavy production and even the digital projections. So even though I know this disappointed so many fans across Latin America, at least we now have a bit more clarity, because if you eliminate all outdoor venues across those countries, don't forget they do have less world-class indoor arenas than other places in the world. Stadiums are way more common in those parts of the world because of the prominence of football, or soccer as it's called in the US. And even if they did have some arenas, maybe they weren't able to accommodate for the size and weight of the show. Let's not forget that in Madrid, Spain, one of the shows had to be canceled due to those very reasons. Even though no more dates are planned for this tour, he does mention that he will have to make a decision on whether to continue with those same restrictions in the future or not.
At some point, I need to get to terms with if what I've said about the Skeletour and the Yonder pouches and the restriction or the refraining from using your phones, because I think that is the best thing that has ever happened. Like, the shows are so enjoyable for everybody, and I love being on stage when I can actually connect with the crowd. So I don't want to ever go back. But as I said, then I have to value in which forums we're playing in the future.
Hopefully there is some sort of compromise, or at least a workaround, so that in the future, even more countries are able to be part of the tour cycles again. But let me know your thoughts on these reasons for not being able to tour in certain countries this time around, and what your hope for the future is. Let's not forget though that it won't be arenas forever, as putting on big outdoor stadium shows is still the end goal for Tobias and Ghost. When that time comes, a lot more of the world will become available again. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all of our upcoming videos. If you'd like to support the channel, consider becoming a member, and for more on Ghost, take a look at the rest of the channel, because if you have Ghost, you have everything.